Good afternoon. My name is Grant Yates, and I've been with the City of Temecula since 1991. And so I have kind of been through the ups and downs and been involved in some of the issues that you're going to be faced if, in fact, you do vote for cityhood. My role today is to answer any questions, to provide some basic information, and also to give you the perspective from the City of Temecula relative to contracting. And the City of Temecula does a lot of contracting, even to this day, for a lot of different services, and I'll talk about that in a minute. We also do contract for fire protection services with CAL FIRE Riverside County, and I cannot say enough about the benefits of contracting for services. I have worked in full-service cities before I came to Temecula, and the city spent a large amount of time dealing with police and fire issues and liability and staffing and labor relations. And when you go ahead and contract for those services, you really get the best professionals that are out there, and you don't have to worry about all the administration and all the time that goes into that. On the sheriff's side, we basically pay for hours, okay? So it doesn't matter to the City of Temecula if two officers hurt their leg in training and they're out. We pay for service, and so it's the county's responsibility and the sheriff's responsibility to make sure that those patrol hours are met and we get, so we're giving the service. The beauty of contracting for a new community is you really get to set the standards on if you want to have response times be your criteria, population-based be your criteria. There's a lot of different models that are out there to help you decide what your levels of service are. But again, that's the City Council's responsibility under the City Council, City Manager form of government. With the Sheriff's Department and also with CAL FIRE, there are so many depths of services that are available. It really is something that a city on your own would not be able to address. So we wouldn't, if you were a city, if Temecula was a city, we wouldn't be able to go out and to staff all of the services that are provided through the contract. They basically come as part of the package deal, and that's a real benefit. Now in Temecula, we contract for a lot of other services. We contract for our city attorney. We spend a lot of time contracting even for road maintenance, for park maintenance, for the community development areas, for planning, building, engineering. We have contracts for some of those services. And when the city first incorporated, we brought in consulting firms to really handle the transition from the county into cityhood, and that was something that was very effective to us. And to this day, we still do contracting. For the City of Temecula, and again, that's what I'm here to talk about, our experience in Temecula. We spend a lot of time at the executive staff level and also with the City Council trying to look out the next few years and what needs our community is going to have, what changes are going to take place. And that is something, if you do vote for cityhood, I think is a wonderful opportunity for your City Council and for you to get involved in shaping the destiny of where you want this community to be. When I came to Temecula, it was the early days, and again, the citizens voted for incorporation December 1st of 1989. They opened our doors until 1990, and I came on board in 1991 with a large number of our staff heads. And it's very interesting to me, anyway, that most of our staff has been together since the early days, and so we keep finding new mountains to climb, and that's always a real challenge to try to make sure we're meeting the needs of the citizens. Primarily, I'm here to answer any questions. I just wanted to say, from my perspective, and I work very closely with County Fire, with the Sheriff's Department, to make sure that we manage the operations and we're putting into place what our community needs. A brief example on the law enforcement side, we have special teams that are out there that are doing work, working with the community, making sure that some of the problems that we see with graffiti, some of the gangs and some of those other problem areas, we have teams of people in the Sheriff's Department that work closely with city staff, but they're actually getting in and trying to solve some problem before they become bigger. So those are types of issues or examples of how you can help shape what you would like to see in your police department. And all you do is set the policy direction, and then basically the administrators of those departments will set in place programs to make it happen. So with that being said, I'm here to answer any questions.
Good afternoon, Mr. Yates. Eric Johnson, lived down the street. I was just wondering, based on your experience, what would be your top 3 pros and top 3 cons of choosing cityhood?
top 3 pros, well, today is a perfect example of the number 1 pro, is that you get to decide how you want your destiny to be. You have community meetings, you have a city council that basically listens to the will of the people, and local government is really the level that's the lowest level to the people. So I think Mr. Buster mentioned that early on. The bottom line is that as a staff member, and again, my role, I'm a deputy city manager in Temecula, we listen to what the city council says. They set the policy direction, and then as a professional administrator, we set that policy out. We carry out the policy and make sure that it's effective. So again, I think number 1, 2, and 3 is really local control. There's so many things that you can get involved in: general plan updates, setting your service level standards, listening to the problems in the community. I think that's really it. On the con side, the city, when I was at the first forum, and Chief McCormick had asked me to come and just share a few words. One of the concepts that was discussed was that city, is it a good time for the city to incorporate? It's a bad time to incorporate when the economy's down. And I go back to the experience in Temecula. We were voted for incorporation December 1st, 1989. 1990, we really started opening our doors. The early 90s were very rough, and one of my jobs was to do our budgets. So I was responsible for operating and capital budgets for those first few years. It was very challenging, but your fiscal professionals, the people that are doing the studies, they really know what they're talking about. And if you follow kind of a game plan, I think it's definitely doable based upon the information that they're providing in the fiscal study. So I don't know if that answers your question. But
You did a great job, thank you. And for Chief Hawkins, as a citizen, I would just like to thank you for the firefighters. They did a wonderful job, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. I didn't introduce Battalion Chief Jerry Hendershot here. Jerry is your hometown Battalion Chief, and he's assigned to what we call the Lake Elsinore Willamar Battalion, and he's been doing this job a long time, former paramedic, former ladder truck company captain, and he's worked in the city of Indio and now here in the West End. And he's a very, very strong firefighter. In fact, he puts out most of your fires for you. I'm just a dirty-faced firefighter in a white shirt. These are the ones that do it. But thank you for the compliment.